if you're dealing with the same injury and rest isn't fixing it, here's why. Most runners treat the symptoms, not the source. Here's the big point, that oftentimes people will ice and stretch and it'll temporarily feel better, they'll find some relief, but the same injury returns. Either when you go back to running the same amount of miles, or it slowly comes back. Let me give you the biggest clue about injuries that continue to come back after you've stretched them, after you've rested, after you've iced them, after you've massaged the area, foam rolled, gotten chiropractic treatment, PT treatment. They're missing the source. They're going to the symptom, which is the pain, discomfort. I'm going to show you what the source typically is. Obviously, I don't know your exact symptoms. I don't know your specific situation on your mechanics, but for the most part, these ideas usually hits 80% to 90% of people with pain out there. So running, as you all know, is a single leg sport. Every stride, you're landing on one leg, absorbing force through one leg, and then pushing off and alternating to the other side. This is a really important factor because obviously it is completely obvious that running is that way. What is not obvious is what is where the stress is going to when you are running. Hips, ankles, core, and the muscles in your legs, your quads, your calves, things like that. But those things aren't going to work, they're not going to work together unless they're trained to do so. Let me take a small step back. The biggest predictor of future injury is previous injury. If you've already had injury in the past and you haven't rehabbed it correctly, you haven't fully rehabbed it, you're going to get injured again. You're going to re-injure, or there's something else that's going to pop up out of that same injury. And what most people don't do, again, is they don't fix the source of the problem. They just go to the symptom, which is the ankle pain, the Achilles pain, the knee pain, the foot pain. And we should all know that our body is used as one unit, not as one joint. So if we're having knee pain, if someone's looking at just your knee, that's a huge red flag that their thought is not, let me look at the complete chain so I can find the weakness there. The pain is being presented in the knee, but the problem might be somewhere else. And this is not the scenario, but your left shoulder, right? And it's possible that could happen. But to get back to my point, you want to find somebody who is looking at the entire chain of system when you run, not just the area of pain. Because pain is not a good indicator of what is going on. Pain is just a red flag that says, hey, something's going on, you need to investigate and get it checked out. It's that person, that practitioner that asks the right questions, that looks at your movement patterns, that figures out where is the weak point in your whole chain. They fix that and the knee pain goes away, ideally for good, as long as you are continue building the strength in that weak link. On the next video, I'm going to show you a simple test to reveal exactly where your weakness is. And this is going to be, again, not 100% foolproof, but for most people, this does the trick.